Hey, howdy, howdy, howdy. Roga here. We're gonna try this again. How's it going? Oh my, and oh boy, and the video just went crazy. Howdy, Ray Roga. Resh is hanging out on the table here. Look, see, this is Resh right here. Resh is hanging out. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. You're a cutie. You cutie, cutie, cutie. Okay, in my lap. All right. Technical difficulties were had. They were randomly overcome. Turns out the app is entirely and completely dependent on being connected to the server, wherever that is. And so when I started it up, I guess the server was down or unavailable, and and so the entire thing was empty, and I'm like, I can't play. And it came back, and I tested it without Wi-Fi, and it turns out, yeah, indeed, there's no local caching at all. I suppose that the app requires online connectivity in order to scan the cards effectively. Um, but there really should be some sort of offline reference. I mean, so I go camping and I don't have Wi-Fi. I can't play this game. Can't take it with me. Um, I mean, I can take it with me and I can have it there in front of me and then not be able to do anything unless I have some sort of reference. So I should be able to, within the app, look up the cards. I suppose there's a tension uh, with, needing the cards, needing to buy the cards in order to play the game. And if you have an offline reference on the app, you don't need the card, like to be physically in front of you. But still, there's got to be a way to make that work. Plus, it doesn't include the dice. So, I mean, somebody could make their own card deck. So you're not going to stop them from doing that. But anyhow, whatever. If I have the game on the table in front of me, I should be able to play it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so howdy. Enough of me bitching and moaning. Let's play some RPG stuff. Last time I played, uh, man oh man, Cabo Wabo really got stomped, totally stomped. Um, and so got a new flaw, and I don't really have. I haven't really been using flaws. I need to think about that more, like how those actually fit into. I suppose I could actually. I wonder if the GMless thing has a flaw thing. Flaw. You do not have to solve. You can come up with including flaws. Did you gain a flaw? Okay, yeah, I'll have to look it up a little bit more. Oh my God, what is going on? My thing is uneven. Anyhow, okay, so back to things. Um, do. Let's go ahead and think about this. We're gonna start a new adventure. So this is adventure four. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm all over the place. But we're gonna do our best, boy gum. So we've got our things. We need to set up a new. Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, totally. So in the app, there's a glossary for each of the play sets, and one of the things that um, I was reading in there is the mechanic for the golem. Um, Let me read that out. A golem is a magical construct crafted by a goblin. The bigger races will never really understand how it's done because goblins don't even know how they whip these creatures together. And there's some slash ns in there that are returns that don't get interpreted properly. But you can have one golem summoned at a time. Golems deal 3 strikes of damage in melee range by default. They can take up to 5 strikes and another 2 /ns. Talents will augment and alter these abilities. You can make a crafting challenge to enhance the golem further. It gains the properties of that item when you're crafting, and crafting is another rule in here. You can combine things together. And that gives you triggers, bonus dice, etc. And then you can increase its ability to deal strikes of damage by your number of successes. And a missing space there. They can move or attack on the same turn as their creator. So there isn't an entry for living armor, but you basically could say, like, living armor, the golem becomes, uh, the goblin becomes um, as strong as the armor is. But so I hadn't been playing with the golem correctly, doing 3 strikes and also taking damage of 5 strikes. Now, theoretically, that would have probably changed the last session quite a bit. But I kind of like how it became a fiasco, and I like how he kind of did Cabo ended up I ended up doing sort of like Iron Man in the cave, kind of trying to create Mark One. So there was there was a lot of fun to be had. It was excruciating, of course, but there was a lot of fun to be had. And so I'll go ahead. Oh, bye, Brush, bye. Um, it's all good. It's all good. I want to go ahead and do. Let's see. We need to do a new episode. Start a new episode. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and start up the new episode, and that means we're gonna draw out some cards. Let me go ahead and draw those out. I've already shuffled, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab them out. So the first card is the Woods. Let's see if we can scan this properly. There we go, the Woods. Nature's Revenge. Oh, hey, this is... What the heck? So that was exactly what I had last time. The tree folk have begun moving with surprising speeds, expanding the borders of their forests and consuming outlying villages in the night. The trees will overtake the garbage-strewn borders of the goblins' own village soon. Okay. So we've got the Woods and the Herald. I kind of feel like it's trying to scan the number that's sort of hidden on the card. Okay, so the location, the Moonfall Field, a crater-filled ruin where the remnants of the moon shard rain down unexpectedly. No one understands why the moons bashed up bits. Why the... Okay. No one understands there's an extra they in there. No one understands why the moon's bashed up bits only fall here, but some extremely boring goblins have concocted theories that no one cares to hear or remember. The other one, the other location is a carrier pigeon aviary. Feathers cover the floor and messengers hurry between cages in this small aviary. The den is filled with squawks and chirps from the pigeons awaiting their next mission. No matter if you are a king or a peasant, all messages must come in and out of these places. That can be useful to the right kind of person, and by that I mean wrong kind of person. I'm kind of tempted, after the last session, I'm kind of tempted by the idea that Cabo Wabo, I'm like really maybe hyper focused in a way on trying to get some progress, since I went completely awry on the last session and things went wacky. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for the Moonfall Field. Like, I know that the... Yeah, I'm just sort of like throwing it around in my head, and what I'm kind of thinking is that um, either this is really a place where the shards come down um, without causing massive destruction, and so maybe I'm like, it's a shard that's coming down. I need to find out more about shards and how they come down. Like, obviously, these are... It turns out that the setting, the moon, is actually already broken up. Whereas when I read the original theme, I thought it was the moon was cracked in half or something like that. So what the moon shard that's coming down is just like a massively big shard, like an unnormally a rodent of unusual size. It's a moon shard of unusual size, and it's coming down to crush things on Littleback. Typically, it turns out there is one place in this field where the moon shards come down. And so maybe I can get this big, unusual sized shard to show up in this field if I figure out how they make that happen. And I'm going to sneeze. about that. So let's do that. Let's do the Moonfall Field. I mean, the other thing is that like the carrier pigeon thing. I can imagine that Kabu was like, I've got to start telling people. Like maybe he'd spam messages out about the shard, like to everyone. Let's just like bulk mail notices. But let's go with the Moonfall Field. Okay, and who is the boss? It's the serpent. Huh. I keep getting this card. This is a card that keeps showing up. Come on, you. There we go. Okay. Card found. Ishmur, the Putrid Scale. Oof. A decaying dragon who has succumbed to a foul curse. Bones jet through his ashen hide, which hangs in tatters across his desiccated form. He was cursed by a mighty goblin mage long ago. Then he attacked their ancient empire. Now he seeks to end the curse by consuming one of that goblin mage's heirs. He will stop at nothing to regain his full power, and even founding a monastic order, the Tranquil Ones, to do his bidding. Huh. Excuse me as I yawn. I'm thinking like so. For some reason, this guy is at the center. I wonder. Let's take a look at the glossary for a second. I don't think there was anything in here. About that cult. Oh, Tranquil Order. So there's a thing. Okay. So the Tranquil Order, clad in dark red robes, these monks are extremely friendly to goblins. They like to bathe them in oils, salt, pepper, and other spices. Their monasteries are always built high up in an unshaded place, typically outside human cities. Their lives are built on repetition. Each day, these stinky monks must commune with the sun and search for an offering to their patron Ishmur. Never depicted, their scaly deity remains hidden atop the Kaldrath Mountains, where each monk must eventually make pilgrimage. So why would this boss come down from the Kaldrath Mountains? Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Okay, the woods, the herald, the serpent. So we've got these three things going on. Interesting. So let's go ahead and build our timeline. That's the end of the timeline. Let's start building up. Okay. So let's go ahead and do so we've got story card, challenge card. Strike is a challenge and a story card. And then 3 challenge cards. And then I think I'm gonna, this time I'm gonna make a second pass. Oh, that's a lot of weaves. Wow. So let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna do challenge, a story card, story card, story card, and then 2 challenges. Now that's really interesting. Okay, and then, okay, that's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. Let's start out. Let's start out and find an NPC, I think. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's right. Sorry, I thought I needed to. Let's do an NPC. And we're going to have the gateway. So let's try the gateway. Can it do it upside down? It did. It got it. Yeah, so I'm aiming at this now, and that turns out to be, it seems like that's actually really useful. So the gateway is a card I have not seen before. NPCs, the Goblin Portal Spelunker and a Confused Child. So the first one, Goblin Portal Spelunker. Now portal spelunking isn't really a living. One goblin managed to teleport into a dragon's hoard, and now every goblin thinks they can just jump into a pile of treasure. This is one such goblin. Confused Child. Clearly they're from another world. Their attire looks clean and precise. They smell of soap. Gross. What is a chifforobe, and how does it lead here? They... Cats! That's awful. The cat is playing with their litter in the other room, and you can hear it. I think you can probably hear it in the background. I'm going to keep talking so you can't hear the cat using the litter over in the other room, because they're really, whatever they're doing in there, they're really enjoying it. That's all I have to say. Okay, they keep demanding to be taken home, and then they start, crying, and that's the worst. It makes me feel things, sad things. I'm not going to go with Confused Child. I'm going to go with the Goblin Portal Spelunker. So this is a goblin who thinks they can teleport to a dragon. Now this is interesting because our boss is a serpent, and so I'm sort of feeling like I don't know how this works. I'm not sure how this works, but so we've got this spelunker that I meet up, and I think what it is I know about this. I know about the field. I know about the field of shards, and I want to try and get there so that I can try and find out more about how. Like I want to try to understand why the shards go there, and what I'm thinking is that since I know that they usually go there, I want to know why this large one isn't going there, and if I can use whatever way the other shards are drawn to that field to draw away the big shard from Littleback. And that's my thinking. Did you have fun, Resh? Did you have fun using the toilet? You want to come up and get litter on me? Okay. Yep. Okay. I felt a little bit there. I felt a little bit coming off of your paws. That's awesome. Thank you. That's really wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Okay, lay down. Lay down. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that as read. I know that this exists. Um, and so I think what I'm doing is I know this portal goblin friend of mine, and I know that this field is way far away. And after this trip on the high seas and getting sick and getting stomped, I just want to get there and not have to deal with a bunch of malarkey along the way. I just want to try and get some progress towards figuring this out. And so I'm talking to this goblin I know that can use portals. Hey, I really need to get there fast. Can you help me out? And they're like, sure, yeah, I can help out. Um, and I don't know, maybe something goes wrong. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna start out. So I've got this goblin, and we're trying to make it to the field. So let's go ahead and turn oh, it's the Inferno. Okay, so we're on the Inferno. Now, this is a thing I actually haven't done yet, because of um, because I haven't gotten this result yet. So this is a story card on its own, and in the timeline, according to the GMless solo rules that Graham created, um, what you do next is you roll to find out um, what this thing is. So we're going to that's a Gales. So this is a side quest. It turns out. Someone in the world. No, wait. Side quest. Draw 3 challenge cards and a story card. Play them perpendicular to your main adventure path. So we've got 3 challenge cards. 1, 2, 3, and then a story card. Okay, so this is our side quest. Um, is there a separate section for side quests? When you land on story card, roll a side quest. Scan the card for the location, then choose one of the options. Draw 3 challenge cards and a new story card. Place the story above your adventure path in a particular line. Oh, okay. So the Inferno is actually going to be a location now. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to scan the location. So this is in the Inferno, and we're going to scan that as the location. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Okay, do I need it? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so Boomsalt Pit or Cinderseed Wilds. Oh man, look at this mess. Ugh, cat, yuck, gross. I should have had you wipe your feet before getting on me. Ew. I'm gonna go wash off my hands. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so is this a Boomsalt Pit? Or Is this a Cinder Seed Wilds? Okay, so Boom Salt Pit. Surprisingly, boom salt can be found all over the world. This material is powerful enough to even send a rocket to the moon, or rather, into the moon. Never mind that, we'll find a way to fix the moon one day. Boom salt is a common ingredient in most golems, and it fuels many ingredient in most golems. Oh, okay, right. And it fuels many of humanity's latest inventions. The excavation sites are all over, though they're heavily guarded and inherently dangerous. And then Cinder Seed Wilds. When the cinder seeds are in bloom, the sky fills the flames with flames and smoke. One after another, the cinder seeds spread the conflagration across the wilds. Um, Even the smallest spark might set off the forest, but the seeds dropped here are extremely valuable for wizards and goblins alike. I'm going to go with the boom salt pits. So here's what the thing is. The Portal Goblin is all like, yes, I can totally help you out. I can totally get you there, but we need some boom salt. It powers the portal. So they go to the boom salt pit that they know about in order to pick up some of the stuff. And then what we're going to end up with is we're going to end up with some challenges. Let's go ahead and switch back over here. So we've got some challenges, and then we've got a boss. So our boss is going to be an enemy. There we go. Fallen Paladin or a Severed Foot. Beneath the dirt and grime, you can almost make out the sigil of this paladin's order on their breastplate. They've forsaken their original oaths. Eyes glow with foul power within a Eyes glow with foul power within a decaying skull. The paladin offers you eternal life if you lay down your weapons. Severed Foot. The zombified foot bounds across the ground, hurtling itself at the shins of its enemies. It's uncertain who this foot once belonged to, but maybe they'd like it back. Watch out for the jagged bone poking out the ankle. Hmm. Hmm. I could go either way. I could totally see them fighting a severed foot like the rabbit from Monty Python. Um, okay, so. Hmm. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to select the enemy yet, but. So this. So what I was just reading. If you complete the side quest, you give yourself a reward for completing it. This could be a new scanned item, or money if you're playing with money in the game, or an upgrade to the hub, um, which is my junkyard. It could be information about defeating the boss, something connected to a backstory, or clues about a side mystery. The value should not be greater than the prize for defeating the boss, but more than completing a challenge card. I have not been doing rewards for defeating a boss. I need to think about that. Um, Having defeated the boss, you earn a reward. Discuss with the group how you should do it. It can be an item, an upgrade to the hub. Okay, so I should have actually been doing that. If you're not sure what the prize should be, shuffle 3 foundation cards and draw one at random. Scan this and add an item to the player's character sheet. Yeah, so I should have been doing that, but I did not. Um, so this is the fourth. So I should have. I did not defeat the boss last time. But I did the 2 times before that. I feel like I should do that. I'm gonna go. God, I don't know. I mean, the humor value of we're digging for boom salt and we find a severed foot. I mean, part of my brain is like, well, of course it's the severed foot from the fallen paladin. Um, I'm gonna go with the fallen paladin. Okay, and we're gonna add. I'm gonna just really quickly draw 2. Actually, I'm just gonna grab the tortoise. So let's go ahead and add an item. Oh, and I didn't add any items for. Okay. Pack of slightly used chewing gum, heavy iron shield. Well, it's a big slab of iron, all right. The average goblin should be able to pick it up, but definitely not made for the nimble. Covered in grime and rust, the insignia on the front has long since worn off. Oh my god, it's the paladin's shield. Oh, wow. I mean, it doesn't say that, but it's totally the paladin's shield. I don't know how we got it or whatever, but I picked it up um, at some point. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to give myself one other inventory item for the other boss. This is the Wanderer. Hi, Rish. Come on, stop that. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. A walking stick, a wooden walking stick with a sweet dragon carved on the top. Or a bitten coin. I think it's the walking stick. It's got a wooden dragon carved on it. I think maybe this is a souvenir that my friend Dragon gave me or something like that, and I'm feeling sad because of the that nasty rumor, that flaw that I got last session, where sometime in my past when I was a Golem Knight, I helped kill dragons, um, and uh, and so I'm wistfully sort of thinking about my dragon friends and how they are super pissed at me right now. And so I've got this stick, and I'm also thinking like the stick could be used to hold up the iron shield to make a like a shelter on the trip and all that. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and now we're gonna go back. It's really interesting because right now there's no back button um, to get back to the season. The hell? Ah, no. God. It's totally stuck. Okay. God, whatever. Let's try this again. Hopefully we still have our stuff. Okay. So, do you have... Yeah, see, so the X disappeared. There was an X on the in the UI that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, it's interesting. There's actually different. There's additional information. Um, so it's interesting. There's a description right here. If you click on it, um, but there's actually additional information in another paragraph. Absorbs up to 4 strikes from any. So there's some information in the playset that is not being displayed properly. And the walking stick deals 1 strike of damage. And that's information that's not in. Apparently, the second paragraph doesn't show up when you click on the detail. So there's something messed up in the way that those are displayed. Absorbs up to 4 strikes from any whatever. So I'm gonna treat that as a thing. Okay, so we're currently in the Inferno, in the Boom Salt, and we've got this knight that we've met up, and well, let's see. Let's take a look really quickly at these challenges. I think one of them is kind of maybe selecting perception checks, dexterity, agility checks. Brooks is charisma and whatever. Flames is knowledge and intelligence. I'm going to go with the Gale 2 challenge to start with. And this is going to be trying to find the Boom Salt. So we're looking around trying to find the Boom Salt. So we're going to start with 3. And I think, our friend is going to help out. Yeah, and we'll go with that. So we'll go with that. So let's see how well we do. Okay, so there's a strike, and nothing else. So I think basically what happens is we're looking for the Boom Salt, and the strike. I'm going to take that on the shield, and we run into the paladin, like right as we're trying to find things. We just can't see anything, and we're not really paying attention, and the paladin attacks, and immediately hits me for 1. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the Flames challenge. I'm gonna do the Flames challenge right away. Because this is a psych and a charisma challenge. I'm gonna do the Flames challenge to recognize the connection between the shield and the paladin. So I'm flame. So it's a 3. I'm a flame. So I get a plus. And I'm going to use my history in the Golem Knights to give me an additional plus. Because I would have knowledge, maybe like I'm going to treat that as possible knowledge about this paladin and stuff, as far as like how I might recognize them. Okay, so that's another strike against the shield. So that's here. Let's go ahead and So this is the shield. It's down to two. Two strikes. Those were not useful at all. But we do get one success. And no, we do not succeed at that. Okay. So let's do this Brooks challenge. What is this going to be? It's going to be charisma, intimidation, persuasion. I'm going to try and we're going to try and persuade this, so that the paladin is like, lay down your weapons and you'll be okay. And I'll let you live. Eternal life if you lay down your weapons. I don't know what that means really. Oh, and well, we did get one success. Um, so that's one strike against this little boss. Um, how many? I'm just trying to remember. Playing Weave Basic, assume enemies have one or two strikes, bosses have three or four. So we're going to go for three. So one strike already. Well, and the walking stick deals one damage. So wouldn't that be, that would be two, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. So they've got one more strike. So we're gonna do this Brooks challenge. It's a Brooks challenge 3. Man, that's gonna be hard. Let's see. I'm pretty much guaranteed with this staff to do one more strike if I do some sort of attack. But I'm gonna try to do a persuasion. So we're gonna start with 3. I think that the goblin portal spelunker tries to tries to say we're innocent, we're just trying to find boom salt so that we can go get treasure. You can have some of the treasure if you want. And I'm looking at the things. Break, smash, and disable contraptions and large mechanical devices. That's not gonna work. I don't think any of these make sense. Maybe I should just lay down my weapons and go, you know what? I can't do it. Well, let's try and persuade him. Let's try and persuade him. I don't really think or feel like I have anything. I'm gonna give myself one more, just because I have the shield. And what I'm thinking about it is that, maybe the paladin recognizes the shield. So if this is successful, then the paladin recognizes the shield as well as part of the persuasion. Well, I got one brook and one success, so that's two successes. Okay. Well, we'll re-roll. Well, here, I'll leave this on here. Um, oh hell, I'll just get up. So that's two strikes. Which so that's a second weave. So that's three successes and a flame. So I got three successes, and that was exactly how many I needed. Uh, like just barely. So I think indeed what happens is that the knight recognizes the shield, um, and it's like, where did you find that? How did you get that? Um, I'm like, well, I've had it for, like, I run this junkyard. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and, I guess I'm gonna give the shield back to the paladin. Um, yeah. So I think instead of like the eternal life thing, which sounded a little bit like being turned undead, uh, I think maybe what I do is I like, you're. I mean, you can have the shield, but I mean, I think it would be a fair exchange, and maybe the paladin is like, give me the shield, I'll give you what you want, anything that I have, because he wants it back. Um, so let's go ahead and we'll do that. We're gonna draw a card, for what item, this, paladin has. Um, Come on, you. Come on, scan. There we go. Apparently, I had to breathe on it. Pocket-sized catapult, or a bag of rocks. For kids. Pocket-sized wood replica of an actual catapult. This seems to have been discarded after the real-size catapult was completed. If you can fix that one hinge that keeps the arm held down, it looks like it could actually be used with small stones or pebbles. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. So I no longer have the shield, so we'll take that away. Oh no, I mean, we'll remove it. Um, hmm. And I think I can totally fix it. I mean, I think I should just say I can fix it because that's, well, except I break things. I break things. Oh, Flames challenge two. Let's go ahead and go with that. We'll go with three, and I'm a flames, and I've got a tool for that. And one success. And I hurt myself. Um, I think I broke it. I'm going to take it away. So I broke that. And I can't use it until I get back to the to my junkyard. So I have it, but I'm not going to be able to use it. This was... We're going to go ahead and take that away because that was the shield. Okay, so we've completed that. And we're done with the Inferno. I kind of want to get over here to these. So I'm going to step up to this challenge right here. So what's this challenge? It's a Brook challenge 2. I'm going to try and persuade the Paladin to help us out. So we're going to start with 1. I'm going to use my military knowledge from being a Golem Knight. And because we were friendly with him just now, I'm going to try to persuade him to come along. Okay, so that's a strike and 1 success. I need 1 more. Nope, it's a second strike. Okay, this is a little bit cheap, but I think what I'm going to say is that, in fact, these 2 strikes go against the shield. What happens is I'm trying to persuade him, and you know I'm gesturing wildly, and I go and we helped you out. I brought you back your shield, and I bang on it, saying like, and it's your stout shield. It's great. And I think the shield actually breaks in half, and the Paladin gets ultra pissed and storms off, to go try to get the shield repaired. But there's no way the Paladin is going to help us out. Okay, so we need to, this is our next thing. We're going to roll 1 die to determine what this is. Let's see. Okay, so story card on its own. Let's go ahead and see what this is. It is a strike. Nothing. It is an empty space. Okay, so great. That, whatever. So we're still looking around. The pit is it's been mined. Like this has been a very popular boom salt pit, and so what's going on is that we're still searching and we can't find anything. It's completely empty. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the tome is our next one. And so what kind of thing is this going to be? This is a weave. Choose one of the following options. Plot twist, NPC, enemy, location, side quest. Shall we do an NPC? I don't know. Let's try this out. Let's see what happens. I'm having to reopen. No, cancel. What? No. God, what the hell? Okay, so let's see. Let's scan. Let's scan this card and see what happens. So let's take a look and see if it's a... Let's do a plot twist. I haven't ever done a plot twist. Let's go ahead and do a plot twist. Come on, you. Scan. There we go. Okay, so it's the tome. So what is this plot twist? Polymorphed. One of the party members has accidentally been polymorphed into another race or creature entirely. Their clothes are completely ruined, but more importantly, they don't know what to do with this new strange body. This might have been the work of a dubious potion or an angry wizard. Can it be reverted? Or a magical ward? While trying to snag a shiny new item, the party accidentally sets off a wizard's alarm system. The alarm might be loud and blaring, or it might cover them in red pain. In bright red pain? That might be red paint. Or the item might fuse with the thieves' hands. Wizards are tricky like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do magical ward. The plot twist is that it's a magical ward. And we found some boom salt. And I think, let's take a look at what boom salt is really quickly. Boom salt, I just want a reminder. A highly explosive mineral favored by goblins. It offers far more energy than any other source. But the burst doesn't last long, and the results are often disastrous. Take a look at the moon if you need further proof of its dangers. Yeah, so I think I don't know what happened, but I think we got some boom salt, but some of it fused to my hand, so somehow I've got this boom salt hand that I've got to figure out. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the next thing, and we're gonna roll a die to see what it is. So it is a stone. It's an unavoidable enemy. It was the coin. So it's going to be an unavoidable enemy. So I think the alarm sets this off. Leprechaun gang crew member, Royal Caravan Guards. I'm thinking probably this leprechaun gang crew. Sure, leprechauns are wee little creatures with pots of gold, but have you ever wondered how they got their coin? They rob old folks and children, and sometimes accidentally goblins. Royal Caravan. Stout and serious, these soldiers have been tasked with protecting several wagonfuls of riches, weapons and armor glint. Bearing the emblems of their liege. They don't take kindly to prying eyes, and prying fingers will be removed without warning. As an unavoidable enemy, I could go either way. I'm going to go with the Leprechaun gang crew member. They're working on this boom salt. Or maybe they've set up an ambush at this with this boom salt. I think that's definitely what it is. Okay, so so this is our challenge. So we've got to try and persuade them. To not attack us, because they're leprechauns and they only accidentally attack goblins apparently. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and do a Brook 2 challenge. Maybe I know a password or two as an old Golem Knight. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that. Oh, and a strike and one success. Come on, baby. No whammies. Oh my god, it worked. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so I got one strike. I think they attack me definitely, um, but I whack them as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one strike from that. Um, okay, so that was the goblins. I mean the leprechauns. So we managed to do this challenge, and this was like a charisma. Is that right? Yeah, charisma check, intimidation, persuasion. I persuaded them um, uh, not to rob us as goblins. Um, but in the fracas, I got bonked on the head really hard. So they stop attacking, and um, so what happens next? We're kind of at this standoff. Thanks for not robbing us. We're just trying to get the boom salt so we can charge a portal. Um, and so now we've got the dusk. So what is this dusk gonna be? I wonder. Let's go ahead and hi Rish. Let's go ahead and roll to see what this is gonna be. It is a weave, so I can pick anything from this list. What is this? I think we're gonna do a side quest. We're gonna do a side quest. The leprechauns are like, oh, it's awesome you're here. You're clearly, you know what you're doing. Why don't you help us out? So this is gonna be a location. We're gonna draw 3 challenge cards and a boss card. Okay, so what is this location? They want our help. Um, so we're going to scan this as a location card. Come on, you. Scan. Scan, scan, scan. Scan, scan, scan. Okay, there we go. Den of cultists. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a den of the cultists. Secret basement rooms or hidden caverns. The foul one is worshipped. There, in mask and robe, cultists chant strange prayers to the foul one, the elder god of blasphemy and depravity. Blood spills across the floor as they make the grave sacrifices. No outsiders are allowed in such places, and none are ever permitted to leave if they make their way within. Where broken and discarded junk is cherished by a strange conclave of goblins bent on preserving the past, the the bonk-brained goblins who run this place are constantly fending off thieves. They keep calling it a museum. Luckily, a minefield surrounds the temple. Yeah, no, we're not going to do the Temple of Preservation. This is the Den of cultists, but it's not cultists of the foul one. It's cultists of our big boss. Um, so these are what is it? It's the Tranquil Order. So this is a bunch of, they're clad in dark red robes. The monks are extremely friendly to goblins. They like to bathe them in oils, salt, and pepper, and other spices. Their monasteries are always built up high in a unshaded place. Each day they must commune with the sun. They're looking for an offering for their patron Ishmir. Um, so that's what's going on. Is that we've got these cultists of the Tranquil Order are looking for something to offer to their patron. Um, and so we've got 3 challenges. This is interesting because it's not so much a location, really. Um, Anyhow, so the location is the Den of Cultists. So let's find out what the actual enemy is. It's the architect. So what is the boss? Cat, no, no, get off of that. Okay, it found it when I had the thing over here. The cat was stepping on my trackpad and trying to select different things in OBS. Okay, so the enemy is Clan Ironbelly Warrior, or a battering ram. Manned by a dozen crew, the siege engines rumble forward, meant to level walls and break down gates. It easily rolls over small creatures that get in the way. The poor siege crew must have gotten lost on the way to Lashir. Clan Ironbelly Warrior. Clan Ironbelly Warriors proudly adorns. Clan Ironbelly Warriors proudly adorn their formidable guts with decorated armor embellished with their own chisels. These warriors train in smithing and hoist their hammers twice their size overhead. They pushed the goblins out of the mountains long ago, but they still disdain them, probably because they're so similar. Though I wouldn't dare say that in front of an Ironbelly warrior. Okay, so I think what's going on is this Ironbelly warrior has this armor that's been chiseled and awesome, and somehow the cultists have run across. They've run across each other, and the cultists want the armor, and the warrior wants to destroy the cultists. And so let's see what happens. So we've got three challenges with these things in play. So we're gonna do Clan Ironbelly Warrior. I'm trying to decide. The thing that's in my head is the Ironbelly Warrior, um, like, I think the leprechauns wanted help with the cultists, but when we get there, there's an Ironbelly Warrior. Um, and so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a Flame 2 challenge, um, to try and figure out what to do. Like, do I see some awesome way of I guess what I'm looking for is a way to like collapse things on them, or like blow up the field in which they're in, um, or do some sort of weird thing like that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do three. It's a flame challenge, so it's my focus suit, and I'm really awesome at blowing things up. So we're gonna go ahead and roll those dice and see how we do. Okay, well, that was one success and a strike. So we'll go ahead and roll one more. I need one flame or it's over. Nope. Okay, so I did not find any way to blow them up. But I got a strike, and I think what happens is they hear me. They hear us trying to figure stuff out. Um, and so now they know where we're at. And they fire off like I don't know what the cultists have, like bolts of energy or something like that. So they like fire off a thing, like they think they're being surrounded, like they're in battle with this Ironbelly warrior, and they hear this noise up there, and they think it's like an ally of the Ironbelly warrior, and so they shoot bolts of arcane energy, Eldritch Blast, at us. And I suffer a strike. So we're going to go ahead and... I really should just Um, Instead of doing the strikes on the phone, I should on the app. I should do them separately. Okay, so we've got two challenges left for this side quest. Um, can I do a Flame 3 challenge? Oops. Ugh. Bomb Mancer. So, okay, we're going to do a Flame 3 challenge. We're going to go ahead and roll 3. One for being a Bomb Mancer. I think Forged in Flames. I'm like resistant to the Eldritch Blast because it's fire. And yeah, so I'm gonna do an extra strike because that walking stick. So let's go ahead and we're gonna give this um, 3 strikes. Um, and I think my friend is helping. The portal spelunker is helping. So let's go ahead and roll these. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Ugh. Well, we got one success. So that's one success plus my walking stick is 1. And re-roll. Come on, come on. I don't think there's just no way. Nope. So that did not work. So we've got a Gale 2 challenge. And that's our last little thing. So I think what happens is, I set off some explosions and things, and they're cultists of a dragon, and they're like, the bomb and the dwarf is like, fire doesn't bother me either, bud. So nobody cares. So we're gonna go ahead for this Gale 2 challenge and try and get them. Gales are perception agility checks, so I think we're sort of in combat. My friend is helping, and I'm a Golem Knight, so I've had some history, maybe with fighting, the Iron Belly warriors, and so I know their tactics a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and try. Oh man, oh god, 2 strikes. Okay, and now I get the flames. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, so but 2 strikes, and roll 1. Nope. So 2 strikes, I think, take me and my friend out. I think we defeat the boss, which was the Iron Belly warrior. The Iron Belly warrior is down, but I think that the cultists take the both me and my friend out, and that takes us immediately to the end, which actually was the next thing anyway. So the cultists, as we're unconscious, the cultists drag us to their boss, to Ishmir, and I think what's crazy is that Ishmir is actually in the place where we needed to go. Or is he? Or is he? Hold on. The tree folk. The tree folk have been moving with surprising speed, expanding the borders of their forests and consuming outlying villages in the night. The trees will overtake the garbage-strewn borders of the goblins' own village soon. And the location is the Moonfall Field. So I think one of the things that's happening is that the Moonfall Field is being overrun by the tree folk. And the tree folk are encroaching on this shard field, and Ishmir, the putrid scale, has come is somehow I don't know how this comes together. I'm trying to think about how this comes together. Um, I mean, my thought right now. Okay, so let's put this together. I think I think the tree folk are encroaching upon the Moonshard field, and my thought was that Ishmir is there, um, searching for um, information about Goblin Mage's heirs. Um, we're just there to get shards, like to try and get magical powers and stuff. Um, Trying to break the curse. Um, and these cultists, having captured us, are taking us to Ishmir, um, in order to give us to Ishmir as tribute. Okay, so we've got three. So now we're done with all of this. All of this is done. We're in the final thing. And so we're gonna take three challenges. Oh my god, they're all persuasion challenges. Oh my god, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Wow, that sucks. Oh, man, oh man. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how I could possibly manage to do this. Okay, well, I mean, let's try and persuade. So we've got a boss with 4, um, and we're gonna try and persuade. Let's go with a Brooks 2 challenge, and try and persuade him. Um, I mean, we're brought before Ishmir, and we're trying to persuade Ishmir not to kill us. Um, or something, or a psych check. Could be like we're trying not to be afraid. Um, Persuading him that we can be useful. Uh, we've got a portal. We can don't kill us. We can be useful. And I'm gonna give myself one for my friend who's um, trying to help persuade. Let's try that. We'll try that. We'll go Brooks 2 challenge, and we'll try 4 dice and see how we do. Oh my god, come on. So I think my friend is toast. Gets consumed. Ishmael is like, you're consumes my spelunk friend at portal spelunker friend, and says, you that was a nice treat, and you're next. Um, and no successes. So we're gonna do a Brooks 3 challenge. Um, I don't see how I can possibly. None of my stuff really makes sense for this. I'm gonna try and persuade him that this because I have this walking stick. I'm gonna try and persuade him that the walking stick is tribute. You're a dragon. Maybe you want this. Maybe you want this walking stick. It's carved with a dragon. It's you. I carved it. I carved it in your likeness as a present. Okay, let's try. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. What the hell? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's 3 successes, so we're down to 1. Oh, wow. Man, I only need 1 more success. Yeah, so he's persuaded like to take it, and then he's like, "Well, but I'm probably gonna eat you anyway." Um, and so we're gonna do a Brook 4 challenge to try and. No, that's not fair. Look, I've got boom salt. If you eat me, here's what it is. If you eat me, this boom salt that's in my hand that has joined my hand is gonna blow up as well. So that's a 3 challenge. Um, that's a 3 challenge, and um, I'm gonna use my signature move, break all the things. Um, like I'm, trying to use it, the boom salt, um, and a bomb mancer. So I'm gonna use that. So I'm using my signature move, and I'm using bomb mancer to add 2 extra dice to this. And I need some successes out of this. I only need 1 success, but this is the end of it. So we're gonna go ahead and try and win here. Whoa, 2 strikes and 2 successes. Oh my god. Well, so we did that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this, and we're gonna try Brooks challenge. I need another weave. Oh no. Okay. So we managed to get that. I got wounded twice again out of that. But I did manage to beat the boss as far as this challenge goes. Um, so I think what happens is he tries to bite me. And indeed, what happens is that my hand, the boom salt in my hand blows up, and I think causes damage to the um, to Ishmir, and I managed to get away. And so we're gonna go. So I think what happens is I managed to get away, and and I find out some really important piece of information about how the moon shard works. Maybe um, maybe Ishmir was pontificating about the field. Um, and how the encroaching nature is causing the moonshard field to lose effect. Um, and so what I know now is that one of the things that I can try is um, I can try to get in touch with the nature folk, and try and do um, or somehow I one of the things that could be tried out uh, is to cause the moon field to become more efficacious again. And that's the information that I got. I probably also, I think, no, I got a thing from the paladin, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and do wow, did I? Oh no. Okay. Whew. I thought I went through the entire weave deck. Wow. Okay, that was crazy. I was looking at this, and I had put the stag on top of here and thought that I had gotten the entire weave deck. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna scan one more thing as the reward, as an item. Well, I don't know. I mean, well, let's scan this as a backstory for a second and take a look and see what we get. Mark of the Monastery, chosen for the final battle, either by assistance of your brood mothers or because of your some mark on your body. You've always known that you were destined for the final battle, but now, but no, but no one ever. It's Know, but it should be No. But no one ever bothered to tell you which side you're supposed to be on. Mark of the Monastery. You spent time in a tranquil order monastery where you regularly scrubbed the steps. You also had to regularly oil your skin and rub yourself down with salt, pepper, and basil. The monks said this was how you prepared for the jaws of paradise. It was weird, but you still have great skin and smell fantastic. Um, or a former squire. Though uncommon, an enterprising knight took you into their company, introducing you to the tenets of chivalry. You spent a lot of time oiling swords and cleaning boots. Eventually, you left their service. Perhaps the discipline or drudgery got to you. I'm tempted by Mark of the Monastery, because that's related to what we just went through. No, okay, no, no, no. This is actually what happened is, um, between getting captured and the boss battle, it actually was. I ended up being at one of the monasteries, and that's how I learned things while I was there. I learned about the Moonshard Field and things like that. So what happened is that before the boss battle, I actually ended up spending like maybe several years at the monastery after I was captured, um, and before being sacrificed to Ishmir. And so that's the backstory. So I got that as backstory. Yeah. Okay. So that's really interesting. I still haven't figured out how to take care of the shard and whatnot. But after being captured for a period of time by the Tranquil Order, I spent time as a prisoner, preparing myself to be eaten by Ishmir. But in the final confrontation with Ishmir, I managed to persuade and my friend is eaten. The portal spelunker is eaten, but I managed to do some persuasion, and I give him the walking staff that I created, or that I say I created for him, uh, and uh, and then that boom salt that got embedded into my flesh in the pits actually saves me by explode. Like, I managed to make that explode as Ishmir is trying to eat me, and that allows me to finally actually escape. And so that's where that adventure is going. I've got information about the moon shard field that may be useful in helping me understand what's going on. That the moonshard field, it's the power of it is weakening because of the encroachment of nature, um, and and so I've learned a little bit more about how the field works, how the moon shards get attracted there. So I might be able to use that in a next adventure, but I've definitely I feel like I have actually made some progress, although it took me a long time. Um, Maybe not years, maybe like weeks or months or something like that. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month, um, uh, because otherwise the shard is probably landed. So it wasn't super long, but I managed to get some information, and I think that's probably a really good stopping point. I mean, it's the end of the adventure, but it's a good resolution for that adventure. That worked out really well. I'm excited to find out what happens next. So, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next time. So long. You know, bye.